Hey folks, retired old soldier, 1987 here. Talking about a couple things so far with basic training. Let's talk about the people. It's been a long time. 1987 is when I was in basic training, June through August 1987. And I'll be perfectly honest, I remember very little about it. That was a long time ago. That was almost 40 years ago. There's a couple people I recall. I remember we had a guy named his name was Tony Lanier. There was a guy named DeCosson, and then there was this other guy. I can't remember his name, but I called him the contraband guy. So the contraband guy, we'll start with him. He was a smoker. When you go in, you go to the contraband room or the amnesty room, and you got to drop all your contraband: cigarettes, Copenhagen, knives, blah blah blah, whatever. We dropped it all. This guy didn't want to quit smoking, and so he would go on sick call on a regular basis, and he'd go to the shopette by the hospital, and he'd buy some contraband. Well, we'd give him money. I let him buy me some contraband. I was dipping Copenhagen since, gosh, I don't know, age 12 or 13. So I was like, yeah, here's a couple bucks. And every time he went on sick call, he grabbed me a can of Copenhagen. Never got caught. I was lucky. A couple other guys got caught with the cigarettes up in the drop ceiling. Then there was Tony Lanier. He was, we were all teens, late teens, early 20s. This guy was like mid to late 20s, early 30s, had some experience. We all looked up to him, and he did some crazy stuff. I remember his name. I remember him doing some crazy crap, low crawling through the barracks. I can't even remember what for, but his name sticks out. But then there was DeCosson. So DeCosson was this kid. He was 4 years junior ROTC in high school, came into basic training as a specialist, so he thought he was kind of special. He wasn't. Nobody really liked him, to the point where he didn't get to walk across the stage of basic training because we filled his somebody, it definitely wasn't me, not a joke, somebody filled his low quarters with some shaving cream. He didn't get to walk across the stage, but because that happened, the whole platoon, we marched to graduation in our Class A's, our greens, and because this happened, he didn't get to walk across. We all got dropped for push-ups in the parking lot right before we walked in to graduation with basic training. It was the worst and best day of my life. It was weird. It was bittersweet, but it was pretty cool. Just some of the things I remember. Should we have done it to DeCosson? No, but we did. It happens. Just some of the people I remember from basic training. If you like the videos, hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel, stuff like that. And until the next one, have a good one.